So in today's training, we're going to talk about something that I've touched on before, but it certainly doesn't get enough attention: how your menstrual cycle can impact your training, your nutrition, and even how you feel on a day-to-day. Listen, you know this already. I'm just here to explain why. And also, what can you do about it to optimize progress and ultimately results? So before I dive in, I want to make something really clear. We do have a structure and guidance you can follow, and tracking your cycle is something I would always recommend. But this does not mean you are locked into a rigid set of rules around this. Your body is the boss, and the most important thing is to listen to your own feedback and, of course, lean into your coach whenever you're unsure. So we're going to start from day one, the bleed. This is technically the early follicular phase. Energy may dip, cramps and fatigue are quite possible. Here, lighter sessions like walking, mobility, or gentle strength work will probably feel the best. Nutrition-wise, focus on iron-rich foods, focus on hydration, and comforting meals that also give you nourishment. The big takeaway here is rest is productive, and it does not mean you are falling behind. It just means you're supporting recovery. Then we lean into the late follicular, which is around about day 6 to 13. Estrogen starts to rise, and so does your energy. This is usually when motivation feels a little bit higher, recovery is better, and strength work feels, well, good. This phase runs right up until ovulation. Now, on the nutrition side, during this phase, appetite is often pretty steady, so it's a great time to push training intensity and enjoy lots of colorful, nutrient-dense meals. Think of this phase as momentum building. It's often when confidence feels at its highest as things start to click better. Now, days 14 to 17 is ovulation, when you are obviously ovulating. Your body is primed for performance, so energy, mood, and even strength often peak here. So it's a great time to really push those PBs. You can lift heavier and push yourself in higher intensity sessions. Now, when it comes to nutrition, do not be afraid of carbs here. Not that you ever should be, but higher carbs will support the energy you need to perform well during this phase. Now, the key reminder, use this phase for growth, but don't go too hard just because you feel like Superwoman. Now, roughly around day 18, this is when your luteal phase starts. Now, during this phase, progesterone will rise, recovery will slow, and PMS symptoms generally start to creep in. So you might feel bloated, hungrier, more fatigued. Now, training-wise, it's smart to dial back intensity a little bit. Steady cardio, strength work, and moderate loads, focusing on form over load. Now, nutrition-wise, this is when cravings will spike. So instead of fighting them, plan for balanced snacks. Think protein-rich options, food high in magnesium like nuts or dark chocolate, and wholesome carbs. But word of advice, portion them out, as these are very easy to overeat and they can really rack up overall calories. I think the big lesson to remember here is this isn't you losing progress, which a lot of people often think. It's just your hormones shifting. So consistency matters more than perfection. And please don't try and fight your hormones. They are incredibly powerful and they will always win. So that takes us to the end, but here's the main takeaway I want you to leave with today. Yes, there is a structure to follow. Yes, cycle tracking helps you better understand your body, but you don't have to follow each recommendation to the T. Your job is to listen to your body's signals and adjust. Some month you'll feel stronger. Some month you'll need to take more rest. Both are valid and both lead to progress when you stay consistent. And just remember, you are never alone in figuring this out. If you're unsure how to adapt your training or nutrition during your cycle, that's exactly what your coach is here for. Reach out, never bury your head in the sand, you know this. Knowledge is power, and that is what we are here to support you with. The more you work with your body instead of against it, the better your results will be, and most notably, the more sustainable those results will be. Anyway, see you inside, see you on the next one. You're welcome.